The last few days have seen a flurry of diplomatic activity. On Saturday, the French Foreign Minister arrived in Doha. His Qatari counterpart welcomed French efforts.
We have reviewed the procedures and the recent circumstances in Qatar and the procedures made and taken by the countries who are imposing a siege on Qatar, which is against international law. We welcome the stance of the French government to support the mediation by Kuwait based on a mutual respect for international law and state sovereignty.
The French Foreign Minister said he was bringing a message of peace to the region.
This crisis is not benefiting anyone and is against everyone's interests, and that is the meaning of my trip in the Gulf and has led me to be here in Doha this afternoon. I also would like to say to each of the colleagues that I met this morning, everyone assured me of the full availability of Qatar to be involved in constructive discussions with its neighbours.
The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights also commented, saying, "I urge all the states involved to solve this dispute as quickly as possible through dialogue, to refrain from any actions that could affect the well-being, health, employment and integrity of their inhabitants, and to respect their obligations under international human rights law." One analyst who's been writing on the GCC for many years says the crisis needs to be redefined in order for all of the parties to find a way out.
The definition relies on one fact, that Arab Spring has forced countries to make choices, and those choices basically, there is a conflict of choices. And that's the reason why we saw Saudi Arabia and other countries, they are against Qatar, which made different choice about where the region should go after Arab Spring.
Despite intense rounds of diplomacy by the US and others in the last week, tensions remain between Qatar and the 4 Arab states that accuse Doha of funding terrorism, allegations that Qatar has repeatedly denied. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera.